Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the rumor that has been going on Barcelona being interested in Laporte, who is currently a Man City center back. Then we are going to be moving on towards the latest details on the Memphis Depay transfer, and I am going to be explaining why Barcelona are offering this player a 2-year contract. And then lastly, we are going to be talking about the Barcelona audit and the assembly that is going to be happening in a few weeks. All of this is going to be discussed and explained throughout the rest of this video. So if you guys are watching me for the first time, this is basically what we do. We talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. Welcome to the family. I'm happy that you guys are here. But first, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app has always been considered as the best football app you could find in the App Store when it comes to the latest transfer news, the latest player stats, what's currently going on in your club team or your national team. The OneFootball app will be there to update you immediately within the app. So the only thing that you do have to do is go down in the description box. You will be able to find the link that will take you straight to the App Store. You would be able to download the OneFootball app. After that, you can pick your desired team, whether it's a national team or a club team, turn on the push notifications, and then you will be all set from there. But now let's get back into the video. So we finally do have our confirmation that the interest coming from Barcelona to Laporte is very much real. And it says here, according to Moises Llorens, Barcelona has indeed shown interest in Man City's defender Laporte. If Umtiti does leave, they would still have to sell another defender to sign Laporte, who is going to be Lenglet. Barcelona would be ready to consider any offer for both players, Samuel Umtiti and Lenglet. And that is it, right? The report has made it very clear. Barcelona are willing to let go of Lenglet and Samuel Umtiti. We have seen this coming from a mile away. And it is also clear that Barcelona do want to handle these next 4 to 5 years with players such as Mingueza, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and a fourth defender. And that is going to be the question. Who is going to be that fourth defender? Because we have talked about De Ligt, we have talked about Laporte, we have talked about Lisandro Martinez. Who is going to be that next fourth defender? And let me tell you, the fact that Joan Laporta is looking at Laporte as an option to strengthen the defensive line, you better bet that this club is also analyzing, not negotiating, but analyzing the case of De Ligt to see if this case is actually possible to complete. Now, one thing that we do have to keep in mind, and this is here in this report, that Laporte would be open to listening to offers this summer after falling behind Diaz and Stones. His price tag would be a stumbling block that Barcelona are going to have to go through. Although Joan Laporta has clearly stated that Barcelona would look into swap deals in order to complete signings this summer. So this basically also confirmed two things. Laporte is looking for a summer move and that he does not want to be as a third or fourth option for his club. And Barcelona do want to take advantage of that. As for Barcelona themselves, which is the second point, Barcelona's intentions for the rest of this summer is that they do want to make these transfers with swap deals. There are players that Barcelona do want to let go, and swap deals is going to be an answer for this club. And we have talked about this before in our previous video. I have explained that one of the possible transfers and swap deals that Joan Laporta could execute could be Sergi Roberto and Laporte. And let me tell you, if by next season we actually do complete a swap deal such as this, which is Sergi Roberto and Laporte, the fact that we're going to be having Emerson and Dest as our right back official options, and then our 4 defenders is going to be Laporte, Eric Garcia, Mingueza, and Araujo, I really want us to notice, right, how Joan Laporta and Matteo Alemany are maneuvering through these tough times. The fact that you can rejuvenate and restart this defensive line and strengthen this defensive line, especially throughout these times, this is a very impressive way on Joan Laporta doing his business with FC Barcelona. And I do want to make it very clear as of right now, nothing is advanced yet when it comes to Barcelona negotiating with Laporte, and there's also nothing advanced yet when it comes to Sergio Roberto potentially leaving to Man City. Everything is currently just being studied. Moving on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Memphis Depay. Now, I am going to be talking about a few details on Depay's transfer to FC Barcelona, and I'm also going to be talking about something that we do not regularly discuss every day, and I'm going to be explaining why I am saying this. So, it says here, according to Fernando Polo, Memphis Depay will have a 2-year contract at Barcelona without any option to renew for a year more, but he'll have the freedom to renew later on if he feels ready to continue with this club. Now, here is what I do want to touch on. Memphis Depay is coming to Barcelona for 2 years, and he is coming to this club in his prime. In the past season, he has had his best season yet, so he is going to be one hell of a player when he does come to the Camp Nou and playing under Ronald Koeman. And the fact that we are hearing Memphis Depay come into Barcelona at the age of 27 years old, and to see that he has not been offered a 4 to 5 year contract, you can see that this club club do see Depay as a very short-term solution. And again, that is very strange because he is 27 years old and he is in his prime. You would think that Barcelona would offer Memphis Depay a 4 to 5 year contract, but that is not the case. And one very consistent thing that we have seen about how Barcelona are handling these negotiations, and especially in the front line, you can see that Sergio Aguero has signed a 2-year contract. Memphis Depay will be signing a 2-year contract. Messi is going to be given a 2-year contract extension with an optional year to extend because he is Lionel Messi. And then we also do have, which is going to be the key part of this conversation, Ronald Koeman could be staying here for a total of 2 years. And what I am really starting to picture here with this Barcelona club is that Joan Laporta is strengthening this club for the short term. And in other words, a way to get by after this 2-year era with Barcelona is officially over. Because let me tell you, Joan Laporta is doing everything in his power to strengthen and build this team for Ronald Koeman, to give Ronald Koeman a great second season. And so the fact that Ronald Koeman is going to be staying with Barcelona potentially, right? We do not know yet, depending on how the second season does go, but the fact that he will be staying here for 2 years, it is reflecting the transfers that Joan Laporta is doing with the other players. And I do not know if many have caught this, but Joan Laporta's preference is not Ronald Koeman. If Joan Laporta had the funds and was not put in a situation where he had to give Ronald Koeman a second season only because of what happened in the past 14 to 15 months, Laporta would have sacked Ronald Koeman 2 to 3 weeks ago. But that has not been the case. Joan Laporta is going to be stuck with Ronald Koeman until the end, potentially, of this second season. And Laporta does know, alongside Matteo Alemany and Jordi Cruyff, that Ronald Koeman is not going to be in Barcelona for very long. Because I do see Jordi Cruyff, Matteo Alemany, and Joan Laporta really favoring the transfer of Xavi Hernandez to become the coach of FC Barcelona. And I know that Laporta is looking at this and saying, wait a minute, if Ronald Koeman is not going to be here for that long, if he is only going to be here until the very max on the year of 2023, it would make no sense to lock in these players on a long-term contract. So as we can see here, Ronald Koeman could be leaving either in the summer of 2022 or in the summer of 2023. This will be around the time where Memphis Depay is going to be nearing the end of his contract, and the same for Sergio Aguero. And the intentions coming from this club is going to be quite clear in about 1.5 to 2 years later from today, and that is that they do want to restart their attacking line or rejuvenate their attacking line after this 2-year cycle is over. And this is nothing new, right? Joan Laporta has done this before with Barcelona a few years back. And let's talk about the 2 cases on why this does benefit FC Barcelona in the long term. Going back in the early 2000s, Henry has signed for FC Barcelona on a 3-year contract, which is a short-term contract with FC Barcelona. Laporta and the sporting department said, okay, we're going to have Henry here on the short term, let him do what he needs to do, win a few Champions Leagues, win a few La Ligas, and then he will be on his way out. The same thing can be said with a player like Sergio Aguero. And then let's move on towards the next case, which is Samuel Eto'o. Now, Samuel Eto'o stayed with FC Barcelona for 5 years, but Joan Laporta has given Eto'o a contract where he was going to stay within Barcelona throughout the time they were going to be transitioning towards a next coach, which gives the next coach, Pep Guardiola, back in 2008 and 2009, a choice whether he wants to keep Eto'o, yes or no. And that same case could be said with Memphis Depay, to give Memphis Depay a 2-year contract. By the time that 2-year contract is over, whoever that next coach may be for FC Barcelona, most likely Xavi Hernandez, he is going to be given that choice whether he does want to keep Memphis Depay for the future, yes or no. So Joan Laporta and Matteo Alemany is really giving Barcelona room to breathe, to have these players become very flexible and decide their future. And then lastly, I do want to talk about the Barcelona audit that could be discussed in a few weeks. And it says here, Barcelona's audit is still ongoing. It is expected to end in mid-July, and it would not be talked about in depth in the assembly on the 20th. The club has found many things in this audit, that some rather more serious, and will explain everything to the socios later on. So if you guys do not know what this assembly is all about, it is basically Joan Laporta speaking to the socios in Barcelona, being very transparent to give the socios an understanding on what's currently going on with this club. When it comes to the financial situation, he will be talking about that. Maybe there are some things that Joan Laporta has found within this club that is very serious. He could be also talking about that to the socios. Again, it's a way to be very transparent so the socios can know what is the current condition with Barcelona. But just like this report does say, it says that there are some things that are so bad within this audit that Joan Laporta may not even consider talking about this to the socios, and that he could be talking about this later on throughout this year. So it should be very interesting. I'm very much looking forward to it, to see what's actually going on with this club. What's our condition? When could we expect this Barcelona team to be economically well again? All of this is going to be talked about in this YouTube channel. So if you guys are new here, thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Barcelona daily news, please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.